Sis, long time no see. Sis, could it be Susan? That's right. It's your cute little sister Susan. Sis, how are you? I'm fine, but more importantly, how did you find out my WhatsApp account? I looked it up through your ex-boyfriend. You remember Bob? The guy I stole from you, don't you? I broke up with him right after that. You're still friends with him, right? I asked him and he told me. We were classmates in high school and in the same club. When we all get together, Bob is there too. I don't think anything of it now. So, what do you want? I don't have anything to say to you because I'm done with you. You're still as cold as ever, sis. I really wanted to congratulate you. I asked around to various people for your contact information. Finally, I found Bob. What do you mean, congratulate? Oh no, sis. Don't play dumb with me. So, what is it? I heard you got remarried. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. How did you know about that? Who told you? I didn't tell anyone because I didn't want you to know. It doesn't matter who it is. You shouldn't be looking for the culprit. I guess you hear rumors like that all the time. Why are you hiding something good? Think about it. Who do you think that caused it? What? Are you saying it's my fault? Sis, that's terrible. Well, if they know, then so be it. Thank you for taking the time to contact me. I'm busy. Can I go now? Wait a minute! I finally found you, but you're being so cold. We're sisters. And you didn't even let me know you got remarried? You've always been like that. Don't be silly. It's all your fault. Don't you know how much I've suffered because of you? I thought I had finally gotten rid of you, and now you contact me like this again. It's thanks to my current husband that I'm finally getting back on my feet. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. I knew you wouldn't like it, okay? I knew that. But I really just wanted to genuinely congratulate you. How can I believe that? How could you take my husband away from me and then call me like nothing happened? Don't talk to me like I stole your husband. It's exactly the same thing. What's the difference? We just happen to be attracted to each other. How can you say that? You were after my husband from the very beginning, with every intention of taking him away from me. Besides, he was the one who approached me first. All you do is lie. You went to see my ex-husband many times by accident, and I know it. I also know that you've been giving off an aura of liking him. Sis, maybe you think I'm the only one at fault? Well, I know that my ex-husband was like that when he flirted with you. That's not the only thing. You're really sweet on yourself, aren't you, sis? Huh? What are you trying to say? I'm saying that you weren't attractive enough as a woman to keep him. I don't want you to blame us for everything. I've had enough of this. Talking with you is just tiring. Oh, I'm right. You can't say it back. Say whatever you want. I remarried and I'm happy now. Yeah, I was surprised to hear that. I didn't expect that there would be a man who would like you. Huh? Didn't you just call me to congratulate me? If you're just trying to piss me off, can we just finish our conversation? Sorry. I thought you were going to be single for the rest of your life, so I was just surprised. Can I really go? It's none of your business who I remarried, so leave me alone. I'm your sister, remember? It's my business. What is your new husband like? I'm not going to tell you that. If I told you, you'd try to take him away again, right? That's impossible. You're the one who's impossible. You wouldn't even introduce me to your new husband. I'm not going to introduce you to anyone, no matter how much you ask. You're the one who wants to take everything that's mine. You don't have to talk to me like that. You deserve to hear that. I'm really busy, so I won't be responding anymore. I'll see you later. Sis, wait a minute. Sis? Sis, don't ignore me. You again? I told you I won't answer you anymore, didn't I? I don't know if you're free, but I'm busy. That's terrible. I'm not free either. I'm happy about something. I called you because I wanted you to hear it from me. I don't want to hear it. Why not? It's probably just something stupid. Then I don't want to hear it. That's just awful. Your sweet, sweet sister wants you to listen to her. So why can't you at least listen to me a little? Who's sweet? To me, she's just a cheeky little sister, isn't she? Anyway, I'm not going to listen to you. Go talk to someone else, a friend. Bye. Wait a minute. I'll tell you briefly. I have a boyfriend. Oh, well, that's great. Is that all you have to say? I'm not interested in your boyfriend. Wait. My boyfriend is amazing. He's so hot. You've seen my previous boyfriends, right? I'm sure they were all cool in their own way, but he's number one all time. Isn't that amazing? And he's super elite. Don't you think he's perfect? I haven't even met him, so I don't know if he's perfect. But I have a feeling you'd like him. You always choose people based on their own conditions. What's wrong with that? Most women do. I don't think so. And he asked me to marry him and have a baby. Good for you. I wish you all the best. Can I go now? Hey sis, why do you keep talking like that? You could have been a little happier. I told you from the start I don't want to listen to you. I'm not going to congratulate you even if I hear about your happiness. Huh? I can't believe it. I was so happy when you got remarried. And yet, you won't give me your blessing even though I have a boyfriend. Isn't it obvious? You stole not only my boyfriend, but also my husband. I won't let you say I've forgotten. You were still in high school when you stole my boyfriend, and you were still in college when you stole my husband. You weren't serious. You enjoyed taking them from me, didn't you? And now, you want me to congratulate you for having a boyfriend? Don't be silly. I'm sorry, but I'm serious this time. I'm 20 now, and I'm graduating from junior college soon, right? I definitely don't want to work. I'm going to marry him and become an elegant housewife. I'd love to have his children and raise a happy family. It's your life, and that's fine. As long as you stay out of my way. Why don't you do whatever you want? Yeah, thanks. I'll keep you posted on how things go with him. You don't have to. I don't want anything to do with you, and if you have a wedding, I'm not going. What are you talking about? You're my only sister. Of course you're going to be at the wedding. I don't want to. I broke it off with you. Don't forget that. Don't ever contact me again. You're just saying that. I don't remember cutting ties with you. I'll contact you soon. Sis, can I talk to you for a minute? You again? I was relieved when I didn't hear from you for a while. I told you not to contact me again. Did you? I'm really busy. I have so much to do. I don't have time for you. You should really listen to me today. I'm serious. No, it's fine. I've told you 100 times that I don't want to hear what you have to say. Oh my God! Why are you being such a bitch, sis? Just listen to me. I told you I don't want to. Enough. I'll tell you one-sidedly. I told you the other day that I have a boyfriend. He proposed to me and we're getting married. Well, that's good. I heard all about it. Bye. So, this is a bit sudden, but we're going to spend close to $100,000 and have a big wedding. Oh yeah? He himself has a lot of money, but his parents have money too. They're paying for it. You just want to brag, don't you? I don't care how much you'll spend on the wedding, and I'm not going to the wedding. Oh no! I've told you 1,000 times, I'm done with you. Don't tell me you've forgotten. No, I remember. Because our father and mother also took your side, and they cut ties with me too. Of course they did. It's not about taking sides or anything. I think they just got fed up with their lousy daughter. I'm getting off track. The main topic isn't about the wedding. There's a reason we're in a hurry to get married. I'm having a baby. What? A baby? Already? You said you had a boyfriend just a few days ago. Yes, but I had already decided to marry him. I'm rather happy that things are progressing so quickly, wouldn't you say? You are old enough to be a mom, but I'm going to be a mom before you. I'm really sorry. Why are you apologizing to me? I don't care if you become a mom or not. Really? I think it's really your business. What? If you have something to say, say it. It's very hard for me to say it. I'll say it then. I stole your husband again. Huh? I took your husband and I got pregnant. What are you talking about? Don't tell stupid lies. That's not a lie. I think you have every right to be angry. I'm really sorry because I ended up taking your husband again. I'm sorry for that alone. I was so surprised that I could even have a child. That can't be true. Why not? It's definitely your husband. Your husband works for a famous company, right? He makes a lot of money, and he has a chance to get transferred overseas, right? That's true, but there are plenty of companies like that. I'm not just talking about a company. He is tall and wears thick-rimmed glasses, right? That's true, but he's insanely good-looking, isn't he? I don't know if I'm the right person to say this, being his wife, but in general, I think he's good-looking. See? Definitely your husband. Sis, I don't have the courage to see you. I never imagined that I would have to take away my sister's husband twice. You definitely did that on purpose. You enjoy making me sad so much. Oh? I got busted! Yes, it's not that I enjoy it. It's just that I want your thing so much. My husband is not a thing. You're only 20 years old and you can meet as many people as you want. You don't need to take my husband away from me. Well, on the other hand, that's how much I love you, isn't it? No way. You like me? You're giving me the chills. I'll ask you again. Who are you going to marry? Oh my God. Did you forget in your shock? I told you he's your husband. There's no way you and I are sisters. Even if you don't want to believe it, we're sisters. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a wedding meeting now. I have to go, sis. See you later. Sis, I need to talk to you. Sis, don't ignore me. Hey, what are you up so early? What? It's already past noon. Are you sleepwalking? Do you want to talk to me again? What is it this time? Sis, what's going on? What is it? Don't play dumb with me. I have no idea what you're trying to say. Your husband's mother just showed me a video. What? My mother-in-law? I don't understand. What video is it? Huh? You know what it is. How long are you going to play dumb with me? No, I really don't know what it's about. The video had a bunch of pictures from when I was dating your ex-husband. And there was a message from him at the end. What? What kind of message? How dare you ruin my happiness because you went the extra mile? Wow, impressive. He is right. Huh? Why is that? I knew it was you who did it. When you heard I was pregnant with your husband's baby and getting married, you're trying to harass me so my marriage will fail. Huh? There's no way I would do such a thing. I get it. You stole the pictures from my phone without my permission. I didn't even know you were still talking to your ex-husband. It's too awful that you would do something like this. Why would I talk with my ex-husband? I never want to see him. I don't even know where he is or what he's doing. No. Who else would it be but my sister? Because of you, I'm in trouble because my mother-in-law is asking me a lot of questions. Asking you questions? What kind? Can you promise me that you will never look at another man again? Can you promise that you will devote yourself to my son for the rest of your life? Can you promise that you'll have a child until an heir is born? Wow. She said she wants to be sure before I marry her son. She is amazing. No. It's your fault. You knew about his mother's character, and you set this up. That's really disgusting. I can't forgive you. Why should I do such a thing? I told you before, didn't I? It's none of my business who you marry. Huh? That can't be true. You're harassing me like this because I said I'm marrying your husband. But I can't forgive you for this. You're going to have to make a proper excuse to his mother, aren't you? What excuse do you want me to give? That was indeed my ex-husband, but it's not my sister's fault. I just wasn't attractive for him. My sister says she will only devote herself to him from now on. Tell his mother this. I can't lie like that, because it's true that you messed with my ex-husband. No! If you don't give an excuse for me, I may never be happy with him. I want to marry him and become a wealthy housewife. Help me out here. I don't want to help you. Even if I wanted to, it's physically impossible. What? What do you mean? Because I'm not in the States right now. What? That's impossible. Don't lie to me. I'm not lying. I haven't been in the States since I first got your line. If you're not lying, then where are you? Oh, I understand. Maybe you're in shock because you lost your husband again, and you're on a trip to get over him. If that's the case, I guess I can't help it. I understand that you're shocked. Did you listen to what I had to say? From the first time you contacted me, I said I wasn't in the States. Really? What the hell is going on? You seem to have misunderstood something. I'm in Germany. Huh? Germany? My husband is an international traveler, like you said. He works in our German office now. I'm in Germany right now because of my husband's job transfer. By the way, he works for a famous company. If he is tall and good-looking with thick-rimmed glasses, I can think of someone else besides my husband. Really? Who is he? He's my stalker. Huh? Stalker? Who told you that the man you are marrying is my husband? Of course he told me. What do you mean, stalker? I was the victim of a stalker about 6 months ago. What? You? That's right. When I was in the States, I saw someone who looked like my husband at the train station. I called out to him once, and that was the stalker. And then I started seeing him every day like he was waiting for me. I'm seriously scared. Right? Soon, he'd ask me to marry him. He started asking me to have his baby. I didn't even ask him, but he started saying he wouldn't let me worry about money. I got so scared I had to run and run and run, and finally, even his mother came out. Are you talking about his mother by any chance? I think it probably is. With the marriage certificate. Fill this out now and you will marry my son. You are going to have our son's child. I won't let you get away with it. She had this look in her eyes that scared the shit out of me. No, that's not true. I'm not lying. I told my husband, and he was so worried that he decided to hide and keep an eye on him. Just that day, my stalker suddenly pulled me by the arm. He almost took me. My husband came right out and caught him. Somehow, the stalker's mother was there too. Instead of apologizing, she said, "You're married. I thought you were single. If that's the case, just say so. We're only interested in women who can give us an heir." And then he left. That's such a mess. But isn't it crazy? He did indeed say he was your husband. Did he really say it like that? Think back to that time. Let's see. As I recall, are you my sister's husband? I think I asked him that way. Because he was such a jerk, I think he was just making things up as he went along. He didn't care who it was as long as he could marry and produce an heir, did he? Oh no! What am I supposed to do? I'm pregnant with this child. What's going to happen now? I don't know. How am I supposed to know? Well, I can only imagine how tumultuous your life will be marrying that man. Oh no! It's your fault that things turned out like this, so do something about it! Huh? Why is it my fault? I had nothing to do with it. You shouldn't have just remarried and tried to be happy without thinking about me. That's enough. I was in the depths of grief because you took my ex-husband away from me. Then I happened to meet him. He saved me from my grief. He married me knowing everything that had happened. I'm going to spend the rest of my life with him. It's not fair that you're the only one who's happy. Then why don't you be happy too? What? How? Just create a happy family with my ex-stalker and his mother. Don't be irresponsible. I can't do that. I seriously want to break up with him now that I've heard about him. But you're pregnant. You have to make it work with those people. Or are you going to raise a child on your own? And you're not even working. That's... Sis, please, you have to help me. I can't. I told you, I'm in Germany. There's nothing I can do for you. Then, go back home now. You could do that for your sweet sister. My sweet sister? That's not how I think of you. I broke it off with you in the first place. I don't owe you anything. Don't be so cold. If you don't want to get married, then you're on your own. Find a job where you can work even if you have a baby. Or you can try to talk to the police. Think for yourself. Sis, are you seriously not going to help me? I'm serious. I won't help you. I will never forgive you. Don't ever contact me again. I'll block your contacts too. Sis, wait, please! After that, my sister ran away from him and his mother and tried to rely on our parents. But my parents still can't forgive her for taking my ex-husband away from me. She was turned away at the door. However, she is still their child. I think it was complicated for them to turn away my sister with a big belly. She didn't want them to find her. She moved to a faraway place where she didn't know anyone. she gave birth to her child alone. I think it was a good thing that she was able to escape from them. But my sister is only 20 years old and ignorant of the world. I doubt if she can raise a child by herself. Well, she got what she deserved, I guess. I'm going to be living in Germany for a few more years. I would like to spend this precious time with my family. Nathalie, I'm sorry. I'm a terrible sister. I know you are pregnant with him, and you won't forgive me. But your husband and I are deeply in love with each other. He doesn't want to be with you anymore. Nathalie, stay strong, okay? I'm sure you will find someone who deserves you in the future. From now on, you will hear from a lawyer about the divorce. Just process the divorce quickly, okay? Hey, Nathalie, how are you? Who's this? It's me, Alice. Did you forget about your sister? Alice, it's been a while. What do you need this time? You are so cold. I messaged you after 5 years, and that's your reaction? I didn't ask you to message me. Just talking to you like this again makes me feel sick. Ouch! That's harsh. Unless I say it clearly, you won't understand how I feel, right? Well, yeah, but... You know what? Your messages 5 years ago is still here on my phone. You suddenly messaged me weird things and never answered me. Oh, back then? I knew you would go crazy trying to reach me, so I blocked your number and changed mine. I see. So now it's your time to unblock me and message me like nothing happened? If you have something you need to tell me, then just say it. I'm busy, you know. Your attitude pisses me off. I messaged you because I wanted to tell you some good news. Oh, really? I've never heard any good news from you. What do you mean by that? Whatever, I will just say it. The good news is, I've decided to return your ex-husband to you. What? Right? Isn't it good news? You've been single for these past 5 years, right? Well, I guess it's not easy to find a man when you are divorced with a kid. I didn't marry your ex-husband 5 years ago. I can only see him as boyfriend material, not husband, you know? I just want to have a little fun other than with him sometimes. Seriously, I'm glad we didn't get married. I got tired of him eventually. And we broke up about a year ago. But even after I dumped him, he was so persistent. So I used to see him occasionally as just a casual relationship. But I got pregnant with my current boyfriend's child. So I wanted to completely end my relationship with him. But he never wants to leave me. It's just so annoying. So I came up with a good idea. If you get back together with him, I think he'll stop clinging to me. So I'm saying that I'm giving back your ex-husband. I see. Is that all you wanted to say? Yeah, aren't you happy? Honestly, I don't understand what you're talking about. I never divorced my husband. What? I understand it must have been really tough to have your husband taken by your own sister. But what do you mean you haven't divorced? It's been over 5 years now. So accept reality already. I don't remember having my husband taken by my sister. So what kind of reality do I have to accept? First of all, I haven't seen you in over 5 years. We haven't been in touch, so you don't know anything about my husband. Actually, I know very well about your husband. Really? My husband hasn't even met my parents either. I think it's impossible that you know him. My parents have always favored you over me and neglected me. My husband knows about it. Well, I haven't told my parents about my marriage. I've talked to my in-laws about my family situation and they understand. You mean ex-in-laws, right? So you're still in touch with them? Of course. Oh, my poor sister. Well, maybe it's my fault. Having your husband stolen while pregnant must be really depressing and may have made you feel delusional about everything. I'm sorry. I really liked him at that time. Just so you know, it's his fault too. He easily changed his heart for someone way more beautiful than you. Even so, he left a pregnant wife just like that. So don't blame it only on me. I think he's reflecting on it after he got dumped by me. Forgive him and get along with him, okay? He's the father of your child after all. What kind of nonsense are you talking about? Can you listen to what I'm saying too? Listen to what? Your delusional stories? Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that you can have your ex-husband. Just get back together, okay? I don't have an ex-husband because I never got divorced. I don't understand what you're saying at all. Oh, come on. Just accept the reality, okay? Bye. Wait. Who are you talking about when you say my ex-husband? Hey, Nathalie. When are you going to get back together with your ex? Just forgive him already. You still love him, don't you? Be honest. Here we go again. I told you I've never divorced my husband. Enough already. How long are you going to keep saying that? Anyway, I'm in trouble. When I told your ex-husband I was pregnant, he got scared of losing me, and now he's becoming even more attached to me. Seriously, it's annoying and creepy. And you're forcing me to be with that creep? Because he's your ex-husband. You still love him anyway, right? Then why not? If you tell him you want to get back together, he'll stop bothering me. Everything will be resolved. So please, just take him away from me. Look, I know I've explained this a million times. Can't you please just understand? I've never divorced my husband. Just to be sure, I asked my husband if he ever met you, and he said no. Oh, come on! Cut it out already! The baby in my belly is growing every day. I can't deal with this stress anymore. Get back together with your ex-husband already, got it? Just do what I said. Hey, Mom. It's me, Nathalie. Huh? Nathalie? It's been a while. What made you contact me out of nowhere? Just so you know, I don't have money that I can lend you. Also, I thought you didn't consider me as a mother anymore. You can't just ask for help when it's inconvenient. I know. I'm not asking you for money. You never changed. Oh, really? Then what do you need? I didn't really want to contact you either. But then, Alice contacted me out of the blue and said something I didn't understand. She keeps telling me that I'm being delusional. I thought maybe you might know something about it. That's why I contacted you. I thought Mom and Dad could only tell me what was going on. Did you talk to her recently? Oh, asking me is pointless. But why? I thought maybe you knew something because you always favored my sister. That's all in the past. I hate her now. I absolutely can't forgive her. What? What happened? We've disowned her. Huh? Disowned? What on earth happened? She was having an affair with her boss, and he's married. That's just unbelievable and disgusting. Really? And his boss's wife was pregnant. I heard that Alice was the one who tried to seduce him. It's truly unbelievable. After they found out about the affair, his wife and her parents barged into my house. I tried to reach Alice, but she never answered or returned home. On top of that, Alice stole all of our savings. I have proof that the two of them have been planning it for a long time. They used the money for the lawyer and to pay for child support. In total, they stole $110,000 of our savings. What? Mom, did you have that much money? That was our entire life savings. We recently sold our house, planning to buy a smaller one in a rural area with that money. But now, it's all gone. We have no choice but to live in your father's family house. It's all Alice's fault. I will never forgive her. Really? So you are living with Grandma? Yes, we had no choice. But you didn't get along with Grandma very well, right? Yes. She never liked me and she still nags about everything. It's really stressful to live in this house. But we don't have money and there's nowhere else to go. It's all Alice's fault. I see. But also your fault. What? Me? You should have helped us. I didn't know anything until now. Also, remember what you said to me earlier? You can't just ask for help when it's inconvenient. But... Well, now I know why my sister thinks I divorced my husband. She seems to be mistaking my husband for her boss. I don't know why she thought her boss was my husband. What? When did you get married? I didn't hear about this. Well, you see, I reluctantly contacted you because of Alice. I've cut ties with you, right? So obviously, I have no obligation to tell you about my marriage. But still. Anyway, do you know anything other than that about my sister? I don't know. We've never met her even once since. We don't even know how to contact her. If we could just contact her, I would demand that she pay back everything she stole from us. I see. So you haven't been able to contact Alice, but you've been in touch with the wife, right? Actually, I wasn't the one in touch with her. Probably your father knows the contact number, so ask your father instead of me. Okay, I will. Nathalie, how long are you going to keep me waiting? Come on, get back together with your ex-husband. Please? Hey Alice, I was just about to contact you. You finally decided to get back together? Don't tell me you are still being delusional. Let me ask you a question. The man that you are referring to as my ex-husband is your former boss. Isn't his name John? Why are you asking your ex-husband's name now? Did you forget his name because you were shocked that he was taken by me? Well, I was surprised when I first found out. I had my eye on him from the start, but I never thought he'd be your husband. Why did you think he was my husband? It was so obvious. By going on a lot of dates, he told me a lot of things about himself. Like about his wife and all. Then he mentioned your name. I was seriously shocked. Of course, I knew there could be people with the same name. I asked a bunch of other questions about his wife to confirm. But I was convinced because he mentioned the same university and even the same hometown. He's good-looking and a department head, so he gets a really good salary, right? That's why I liked him. But on top of that, his family is wealthy. At first, I felt a little guilty towards you, you know. But when I thought I could marry into a wealthy family, I couldn't just waste this opportunity. You destroyed a family for that reason? I mean, if it were someone else, I would have made a different decision. But since it's your husband, why not? I deserve to be happier than you know. Didn't you say you felt sorry to me before? Oh, did I say that? Well, I did feel bad for you at least a little bit. It's all your misunderstanding. Huh? A misunderstanding? About what? You see, I thought maybe Mom and Dad might know something about this, so I contacted them. And then, I was told that you left and never came back. Don't you know how much pain Mom and Dad went through because of you? Well, I feel bad for leaving the house without saying anything. They tried to contact me like crazy, but I just ignored it all. I haven't contacted them since then. But what do you mean by pain? Stop acting dumb. You stole all their savings to use for your own good. Don't you know that they had that much of money after selling the house? They were planning to buy a new house in a rural area with it. What? Did they sell the house? Yes. Now they have no money to buy a new house because of what you did. They ended up with nothing. Now they are living with Grandma. No way! Mom and Grandma didn't get along that well, right? Don't you feel sorry for your parents? Anyway, did you know that John's wife is the same age as me? Huh? What do you mean? I mean exactly what I said. And it seems we went to the same university, but she majored in economics, so we didn't know each other. I left home as I entered university, right? I had to pay my own tuition fees. So for a year, I juggled studying and part-time jobs, desperately trying to save money for tuition. So, although we are the same age, we are in different batches. Actually, Dad gave me this information. Dad obtained John's wife's contact number when they visited our parents' house. What? That means John is not your ex-husband? That's right. I hadn't even heard his name until I contacted our parents. No way! I told you many times that I'm not divorced, and yet you wouldn't listen to me. Because I thought you were lying. I never lied to you, and I have nothing to do with John, so don't contact me anymore. Nathalie, I'm sorry for what I've done, so please help me. Hey, please. Didn't I tell you not to contact me anymore? Why do you think I would help you? Why do you need help in the first place? I need you to lend me some money. Huh? Money? Can you lend me $110,000? There's no way I have that kind of money. $110,000. Are you trying to repay Mom and Dad's money? That's right. I visited them today to ask for help, but they are still furious at me and ask me to pay back the money. I just don't know what to do. I think it's crazy to think that they will help you. I thought they would forgive me if they knew that they would have a grandchild. I thought they would be more than happy to see me. I have nowhere else to go. So Grandma has agreed to let me live there. She said I should work hard after the birth and repay my parents. Well, that makes sense, right? Mom and Dad didn't do anything wrong. I think it's only natural that you should pay for what you did. Grandma said I could work at her friend's diner. I heard that the manager is really strict. Honestly, I don't want to work there. Oh, you will work at Nashville Diner? Nashville Diner? Yeah, it's true that the manager is very strict. I heard that one of our relatives, who was very lazy, worked there, and she never remained lazy after working there. I think it's a good opportunity for you to become a better person. Why do I have to work at a place like that? I want to be able to choose where I work at least. I think it's out of Grandma's kindness. I don't need any of that! Then what kind of job do you think you could do after giving birth? Me? I could do anything, I think. Oh, really? Oh, right. Dad told me about this too. It seems like you're misunderstanding that John is stalking you. It seems he just wanted to make sure about your baby's father. What? It seems you've been in touch with John even after breaking up? Well... After hearing that you got pregnant, he wanted to make sure it wasn't his. Oh no! If you've got a place to work, then there's no need for me to lend you money. Of course, even if you don't have a job, I'm not going to lend you money. I have no intention of reconciling with you or with my family. This is the last time I ever talk to you. Please do not contact me ever again. I hope you work hard, repay your debts, and become a better person. Are you serious? I'm your sister. You should help me. Goodbye. After that, I received a call from my dad. It turns out the child's father was neither John nor her current partner. Alice had relationships with numerous men, and even Alice herself doesn't know who the father is. The child was born safely, but Alice chose to place her in foster care. After that, Alice started working at the diner. She's working desperately every day to repay her parents. With her strict boss's treatment, I hope she will realize the value of hard-earned money and strive to become a better person. I wish her all the best.
Daisy, it's been a while. I'm mad at you. You're my son's wife and you don't even call me. What do you think you're doing? Hey, are you listening to me? You've got some nerve ignoring me, your mother-in-law.
Hi, long time no see. Sorry, I was at work until just a few minutes ago. I just saw your message. What can I do for you?
What do you mean, what can I do for you? You haven't contacted me in 3 months. What is wrong with you? Why should I have to contact you? You don't even know how to behave like a proper in-law.
Could it be that you haven't heard yet?
What? I'm talking to you right now, so don't interrupt me.
Huh?
It's not huh. It's yes, Mom. You're unbelievable. You can't even reply properly.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't try to use work as an excuse. I'm your husband's mother. I'm the one who went out of my way to contact you. From now on, I want you to reply immediately. Understood? Are you listening to me? Yes, right?
Yes, Mom.
The only reason I called you today was to give you a piece of my mind. I can't believe I have to say this at all.
Yes. What is it now?
I went to see where you guys moved to yesterday.
What? Where are we? What do you mean?
I told you not to interrupt. First of all, shut up and listen to me. It's just common sense, right?
Yes, Mom.
I couldn't believe it when I went in the place. You haven't done any housework at all. There were so many clothes thrown all over the place. There was nowhere to stand. How can you live in a pig pen like that? You don't even wash the dishes after you eat. The sink was a mess. The refrigerator was almost empty. I found tons of sandwich wrappers and snack packages from the convenience store in the garbage. Are you feeding my Eddie all the unhealthy food? Not only that, there were a bunch of empty beer cans in a garbage bag. My auntie doesn't drink alcohol, so it must be you.
No, I can't tolerate alcohol in the first place. I do not drink beer.
So, how many times do I have to tell you not to interrupt me?
Sorry.
Also, the carpets were filthy with dust and hair. You haven't even vacuumed. You're going to make excuses like you're too busy working anyway. I told you, you should be a stay-at-home wife. And yet, you say you can manage to juggle housework and the job. You just wanted to work and didn't listen to a thing I said. I said, well, if you can manage both, it's fine. I respected your opinion. But if you don't want to take care of your husband, Edwin, then you should quit your job right now. After all, a woman should be a stay-at-home wife.
Are we done here?
Huh?
I was told not to interrupt, so I waited for you to finish. It looks as though you're mistaken about a lot of things, so I'd like to correct you.
Huh? Mistaken? I'm not mistaken about anything. I won't allow excuses or backtalk.
First of all, it seems you haven't heard from Edwin. We're divorced.
I heard about it.
What?
I told you I know you're divorced.
You know it, but you call me your mother-in-law?
Yes, what's the problem? Listen, Daisy. Divorced or not, it doesn't matter. You two live together, right? As long as you live together, you are Edwin's wife and our daughter-in-law. As his wife, as our daughter-in-law. It's a matter of course that you can take care of the house so that he can live comfortably, isn't it? That's not all. Of course, you are devoted to Edwin, your husband. It is only natural that you also pay respect to me, Edwin's mother.
That's such a moot point. If we're divorced, then Edwin and I are strangers now. And I am a stranger to you as well. From the day we stopped being husband and wife, we started our separate lives.
So, I am telling you not to talk back to me, your mother-in-law.
I am telling you that you are no longer my mother-in-law. This is not backtalk. I am just stating the obvious.
What is wrong with you? If you have time to talk back to me, then get on with your chores. It's impossible for you to balance a job and housework, isn't it? Like I said before, if you can't do both, you should quit your job. If you can't tell your company, I can tell your company that you're quitting.
Please don't do that. If you do that, it will cause trouble at work.
It's because you didn't quit earlier. If you don't want me to contact the company, I suggest you resign on your own.
I'm not quitting my job.
Huh? You're the wife and you're going to defy me.
I don't intend to. But if I quit my job, I won't be able to make a living.
Are you trying to say that Edwin's salary is too low? You really are the worst. I don't know why Edwin chose you as his wife. If you manage things properly, you should be able to live on Edwin's salary just fine. It's your role as a wife to manage money well.
Therefore, since we are already divorced, I'm not the wife.
You're tenacious. If you think that by saying that, you don't have to do the housework, you were mistaken.
Well, to begin with, I moved after the divorce and now live in a different area.
Huh? Moved?
Yes, it just kind of happened. I was offered the transfer right after the divorce. I thought it was a good opportunity, so I accepted and moved.
I can't believe it. The wife moved out by herself. Husbands and wives are supposed to live together.
As I have told you many times, I am divorced from Edwin, and we are no longer a couple. Therefore, I am not moving in alone.
I would not allow it. Quit your job immediately and come back.
Huh?
Well, I'm being nice. I'll give you a reprieve. I think you have to tell the company at least a month before you resign, don't you? If you tell the company you're leaving now, I'll give you a month to take over the responsibilities. But I can't imagine Eddie spending another month in that dirty house. I'll take care of Eddie until you come back. You should be grateful.
You haven't listened to the thing I said. I'm not going to quit my job, and I'm not going to move out. We're divorced, and this is crazy.
What's so crazy? You think you're so smart. Just get moving and quit your job and come back. I understood.
Edwin, how's it going? I need to talk to you. Is this a good time?
Daisy, long time no see. How are you?
Sorry for calling you, even though we're divorced.
No, that's totally fine. We didn't get divorced because we weren't getting along. Well, if one of us finds someone someday, then we'll probably have to stop communicating so much. But so far, it doesn't look like that's going to happen to me. I'm totally fine with it.
Me too. No problem at all.
So, what's the story?
Actually, it's about your mom.
My mom? Did she do something to you again?
Well, you could say she did something. She contacted me today. I couldn't get through to her at all, and I'm having a hard time.
What did she say?
To sum it up, she said that even if we get divorced, I'm still your wife, and I'm still her daughter-in-law.
Huh? No way.
So she told me not to neglect my housework. If I couldn't balance housework and my job, then I have to quit my job. She told me to tell the company I was quitting and then come back home in a month.
I don't get it. Why would she say something like that? So, what did you say?
Edwin and I are divorced, so we are strangers now. I told her that I'm not quitting the company, and I have no intention of going back. She didn't understand me at all. No matter what I said, she kept saying that I'm the wife, even if we are divorced. I'm at my wit's end. That's why I contacted you.
I'm really sorry. She's the same as ever, isn't she? That's what I hate about her.
Oh yeah, by the way, she still calls you my Eddie.
Seriously, after I told her to stop, I'm having a mental breakdown again.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
It's not your fault.
Are you still not feeling well?
About that, I went back to my parents' house after the divorce, right? Right after that, my parents separated.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Apparently, my dad had reached to the end of his rope with my mom. I guess he thought he could leave her in my hands now that I was back. After that, her interference with me was worse than ever. I couldn't take it anymore. I was mentally at my limit. So I snuck out of the house in the middle of the night, while my mom was sleeping. She kept calling and texting me. I never answered her calls or read her messages. I don't plan on going back to my parents' house.
I see. You've been through a lot as well.
She's the reason we got divorced. If it weren't for her, I think we'd be doing well. I couldn't stand the fact that you felt bad because of her. I thought that if we got divorced, it would be over. But I guess I was naive.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I told you I was staying at my aunt's place after the divorce, didn't I?
Yeah.
Actually, after that, I got transferred to the place pretty far away.
Oh, really?
I told your mom about it, but I didn't tell her where I was. She's not gonna be able to come after me or anything, so don't worry.
Then I'm glad.
I'm rather worried about you.
Me?
Your mother. She told me I had to come back in a month. She said, in the meantime, she'd be taking care of you. Doesn't that mean she knows where you live now?
Oh God, no way. I haven't told her. She couldn't know.
Yeah, okay. But yesterday's text message made it sound like she'd already been inside the house. Clothes were strewn all over the place. Sandwich wrappers and beer cans were thrown away. She said all kinds of things. It is possible that the address leaked out, and she broke in while you were gone?
No, I don't think so.
What makes you say that?
I told you I'd be thinking about changing jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mom knows where I work. I didn't want her to get in on it. So I decided to take the opportunity and make a career change. Surprisingly, it didn't take long. I started working there last week.
I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you. The company has a dormitory, and the rent is cheap, so I'm in it. They don't let anybody in the dormitory, even if it's the family member. They can't enter unless the manager and the tenant give permission. I've never heard of my mother coming here, and it's a long way from my parents' house. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Then I guess it's okay. So then, whose house is it that your mother went into?
That's a mystery. Maybe she was streaming? To begin with, I don't eat dinner in my room because there's a cafeteria. And I'm sure you know that I don't drink beer either.
That's right.
Well, it's no use thinking about it. I'll just say Mom was sleepwalking.
I wonder if it's okay.
I'm not even gonna be in touch with my mom anymore. I'm going to block her messages at some point. As long as there's no harm done to me, I don't care what she does. If I don't take a stand, I won't be able to go on.
You're right.
You can block Mom too, Daisy. You're in no more of a position to have anything to do with her than I am. You don't have to be involved with that person.
Yeah, right. I've been kind of concerned about her movements, so I just left it about it. I'll just keep an eye on her a little bit longer, and then I'll block her.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I haven't had dinner yet. I've got to go. If I don't get going, the cafeteria is gonna be closed.
Yeah, okay. I'll call you if I hear anything else.
Yeah, I'll call you too. Daisy, what should I do? I don't know what's going. I was just taking care of my Yeti for you. Hey, Daisy! Hurry up and answer me back. Hey! I'm your mother-in-law. I'm calling you because I'm in trouble. You can't just ignore me.
What can I do for you?
I finally got a reply. Hey, what's going on?
So, what is it?
I was cleaning Eddie's room for you, as usual. Suddenly, a young woman I don't know came in. She shouted at me, "Hey lady, what are you doing in my apartment? Don't tell me you're a thief." I said, "This is Edwin's room. What do you think you're doing?" Then, a guy with red hair who looked like he was a thug came in and said to me, "Who you old lady? Get out of here right now. I'm calling the police." He was yelling at me. I didn't know what to do. I was so freaked out I hid in the bathroom. Who were those people? Those ruffians. Don't tell me you're friends of yours.
Well, I don't think so. But the room you're in right now has nothing to do with Edwin.
Huh? That can't be true.
Where are you now?
Where? It's an apartment on Stanford Street.
Stanford Street. So could it be an apartment building called Stanford Heights?
Yes, I think you're right. It's apartment 402, isn't it? You and Eddie live here, don't you?
What makes you think that?
Because Eddie left us. And then I found the note in his desk. It had the address of this place written on it. When I came here, there were enough dishes for both of you. I thought to myself, there's no doubt about it. He's back in with you after all. So why am I being treated like a thief? And why is this happening to me?
That apartment. It was my aunt's apartment that I stayed in for a couple of weeks right after the divorce. After that, I was transferred to a new place. And my aunt moved to a different place and moved out of there. So perhaps the men and women you just met are the new occupants.
Oh no. Then what was that note Eddie left to me?
He probably didn't leave it for you. I gave Edwin the address, so I think he wrote it down at that time. I left some important business documents at the house where we lived together. So I gave him my address so that he could send them to my aunt's house. I think he forgot to dispose of the note after he finished using it.
What's that? I thought he left me his address. I thought he could see him anytime, so I didn't chase after him. Then where is Edwin now?
I don't know.
You're lying. You really know, don't you? Tell me. Don't lie to my face. How can it be that a wife doesn't know where her husband is?
That's enough.
We're already divorced.
You were the cause of our divorce.
Huh? I'm the cause of your divorce?
Edwin has always been fed up with your terrible interference. Especially after we got married. You treated me as if I was your personal servant. Edwin, who was so kind to me, thought it was his fault and that he couldn't take care of me. He was driven into a mental corner.
Oh no.
We thought that if things continued as they were, we would both be ruined, so we talked it over. We came to the conclusion that divorcing would lighten the mental burden. We divorced.
That's a lie. What is wrong with a mother's love for her son?
Your overly strong feelings were a burden to your son. He said he had no intention of contacting you.
What did you just say?
By the way, are you sure?
What?
Isn't this a bad time to be talking to me? You hold up in someone else's bathroom right now, aren't you?
Oh my god. What should I do? I hear the sirens of the police car.
Well, I think that you would. The police contacted my father-in-law, and I found out through Edwin who heard about it. How did my ex-mother-in-law get into the apartment? One day, when the current residents, a working couple, forgot to lock the door and went to work, my ex-mother-in-law went there and was able to get into the room. She found the key and just went ahead and made a duplicate one. My former mother-in-law mistakenly thought that the apartment was her son's. She broke into the room once every 2 days without permission. And finally, she ran into the current resident couple. Ordinarily, my ex-father-in-law, who had wanted to divorce her, apparently used this incident as the last straw to slam divorce papers on her. Without knowing the whereabouts of her beloved son, she tried to claim my ex-father-in-law saying I hate being alone, but in the end, it seems the two of them got divorced. The house where my ex-mother-in-law lived was under my ex-father-in-law's name, so they sold it, and she, who had nowhere else to go, had already lost her family home. And with no one to rely on, she reluctantly began living alone. In a small apartment intended for singles, she works part-time during the day and spends her nights crying. I've done something wrong to you. Please, I beg you to help me. This was written in a text message sent just before being blocked.
Hey you! What kind of mother are you? Seriously? This is just unbelievable. You've completely failed as a mother. Excuse me? Who is this? I have no idea why I am being confronted like this. You must have the wrong person. Please be more careful when sending messages next time. Wow! Wrong person? Don't you think you need to apologize to me first? I'm pretty sure I've got the right person. Just look at how you've raised your son. My son? I don't have a son. Yes, you do. Stop lying. Do you think you can get away with acting dumb? I'm Julia. I'm your son's girlfriend. What? Well, technically, I'm his ex-girlfriend, though. I've been through a lot because of your son. And it's all because of how you raised him. Ex-girlfriend? What are you talking about? Do you still think I got the wrong number? I used to date your son, George. Don't tell me you don't know your own son's name. What? George's ex-girlfriend? Hold on. You are a lady? Obviously! That's so rude. You're just as much of a scum as your son. Did George do something to you? Yes, he did. He did something terrible to me. He betrayed me. I was deceived into a marriage scam by George. Marriage scam? Your son dwindled me out of $300,000 in a marriage scam. My son did that? $300,000? Yes, he did. When I confronted him about it, he said he'd been taught since childhood to extort money from women. According to him, everything he did was on his mother's orders, so it wasn't his fault. He also mentioned that he always felt guilty. What? He said that to you? Yes, and I have it recorded on a voice recorder. Wow, I'd love to hear that. No way! I'm keeping this as evidence. I can't trust what you might do with it. If I give this to the police, you and your son will both go to jail for a marriage scam. You wouldn't like that, right? That's why I want you to take responsibility. Responsibility? Yes, for what you've done. What do you mean? Repay the $300,000 now. I'll consider that as settlement money. Also, since I'm pregnant, take responsibility and pay child support. You're pregnant with George? You're kidding, right? This is no joke. Why would I make a joke about it? George promised to marry me. I trusted him and loved him, so I lent him $300,000. And yet, when I told him about the pregnancy, he said he had no intention of marrying me and ran away. I bet he's hiding in your house right now, isn't he? Well, he's here in my house. See? I knew it. So that confirms that you two are accomplices in the crime. I will never forgive you and your son. Enjoy your peace while it lasts. Because once I submit this evidence to the police, it's over for you. Is that so? Well, go ahead and do as you please. Oh, really? You're trying to make me lower my guard and steal the voice recorder, aren't you? Or maybe you're thinking of blackmailing me. But I'm not afraid of you. Justice will prevail. What are you talking about? You two are filthy, despicable criminals. You'd take any terrifying means to avoid getting caught by the police, right? I know what you're thinking. I'm just taking righteous action against a scammer. I'm offering to settle things out of court. I'll drop the marriage scam charges if you return the $300,000. I'll get rid of the evidence too. Also, I'll raise the child by myself. So please pay child support to me. It's that easy, you know. Think carefully about whether you'd prefer to go to jail with your son or pay $300,000 in child support. You're contradicting yourself in so many ways, aren't you? Whatever. Just do whatever you want. Please submit that so-called evidence to the police. Are you sure about that? Anyway, I'll make sure you and George take full responsibility. Repay the $300,000 in child support. Anything else is non-negotiable. I see. I'm pretty sure there's a misunderstanding. Please give me some time to talk to my husband first. There's no way I'm wrong, but whatever. If your husband found out that his son was a filthy marriage scammer who exploited people for money, I don't know what would happen to you, you know? You're fine with stealing from others, but desperate to save yourself, huh? You are indeed a vile criminal. If everything you say is a lie, then you're the one committing fraud. It's not a lie, so it doesn't matter. Just give me $300,000 in child support. Hey, honey, are you done with your work? Not yet. I have to finish writing a report about my business trip today. I can't wait to go back home, honey. Me too. I know you are busy, but there's something I need to talk to you about. What's wrong? I got a weird message from someone today. According to that person, George was involved in a marriage scam. And now, the woman he conned out of $300,000 is pregnant. What? George did that? And the woman is pregnant? What the hell is going on? She said her name was Julia and claimed that she was George's ex-girlfriend. According to her, I instructed George to take the money. So she's demanding compensation and child support. Did you agree to pay? Of course not. I thought so. It's probably just a prank. Don't take it seriously. George wouldn't do something like that anyway. Or maybe there's been some misunderstanding. I also think there might be some misunderstanding. She even said that she has a voice recorder with George's confession recorded on it. She's all fired up to take it to the police and file a complaint. I find it hard to believe that she'd be so confident with a bold lie like that. I don't know. Some people do, don't they? There's no way our son would do such a thing. It's obviously a lie. Maybe that person, Julia, is the scammer? Maybe. But the fact that she knew my contact information scares me. I don't recognize the name Julia. Is my personal information leaked to scammers? Do you know any woman named Julia? Nope. I don't think I knew anyone by that name either. I see. I don't know what to do now. If she's really a scammer, she might be using a fake name. Anyway, I'll be back home tomorrow. You know, it might be a good idea to take George and stay somewhere safe tonight. You're right. Julia might know our address, so I'll contact my parents and have Dad come pick us up. Yeah, that's a good idea. Also, it might be best not to reply until we figure out how she got your number. If anything happens, you should report it to the police immediately. Just be careful, okay? Okay, I will. I'll get ready to leave right away. Good. If anything happens, let me know right away. I will. I'll let you know when I arrive at my parents' house. Okay, take care. Hey, where's the $300,000 in child support? Did your husband leave you because he found out you were a scammer? Don't tell me you don't have money to pay me. Even if that's the case, it's your own fault. I won't forgive you until I get the money. Look! Look how big my belly has gotten. Do you realize that my baby is your grandchild? Raising your son to be a scammer and taking money from him? What kind of mother are you? Pay up the $300,000 in child support now. If you don't pay today, I'll submit the evidence to the police. If that happens, both you and George will end up in jail. If you don't want that, just pay me now. Honey, look at this photo. Doesn't it look familiar?
Wait, no way.
It's crazy, right?
Maybe we can find out who this person is.
Yeah, maybe we can find out who she's referring to about George.
Yeah, you're right. I'll ask around on my way home from work.
Thank you. Please be careful, honey.
I will. See you soon.
Hi, Julia. Finally, you replied. Oh well, I already filed a complaint for marriage scam. I'll make your son take responsibility. Let me tell you something. George is a cat. What? I should have clarified that sooner, but it's your fault for not checking the fact too, you know? What do you mean? You got my contact information from one of the regulars at the bar, right? How did you know? I recognized the location in the photo you sent. It was taken at the bar my husband and I frequent. You're Julia Davis, an employee at that bar. How did you know my full name too? I explained the situation to the manager of the bar and he told me. Then I checked with the person who gave you my contact information. Apparently, you told that person that George caused trouble with a young lady. Actually, he asked me if I had heard from you. I corrected him saying that George is a house cat, so of course, he didn't cause any trouble with the lady. Are you kidding? A cat? But I heard you were bragging about buying a new house for George. And you even bought him a condo. Do you mean a $100 cat condo? Stop lying. You said George was your family, your son. I heard you guys happily chatting at the bar. George is a male cat, so for my husband and me who don't have children, he's our precious son. What the hell? So George is really a cat. Oh my God. I wanted to meet George, so I worked at the bar to gather information. I overheard conversations about a house and a condo for George. And since it sounded like it was from a wealthy family, I was sure it was George I was looking for. I see. So it's all your misunderstanding. Oh my God, it can't be true. The George you mentioned is your college friend, right? He comes from a wealthy family. Yes, you know him? I heard it from the manager. Apparently, George got a job at an overseas company 5 years ago, and he hasn't returned since then. I heard that you shared that story with the manager. It's obvious that you couldn't be pregnant with this child. So what were you thinking with all these marriage scams and pregnancy claims? Damn it! Yeah, you're right. It's all a lie. I knew it. It's all George's fault. When we were in college, no matter how much I confessed my feelings to him, he wouldn't take me seriously. And to make matters worse, he started dating another girl. He went abroad without telling me anything, and he hasn't contacted me since. Don't you think that's terrible? Well, it's hard for me to judge because I don't know anything about it. I hated him so much for looking down on me. I heard about his family living in this town, so I moved here to seek revenge. If I couldn't have George himself, I thought I could at least extort money from George's parents and feel better. And yet, I can't believe all the stories that I heard were about a cat. I had no idea that it was actually about a completely different George. Expecting people to believe in a pregnancy or marriage scam involving someone they haven't seen for years, why would you even think they'd believe you? I thought it would work if I had evidence. The recorded proof that his mother threatened him and committed marriage scam. But that's fabricated, right? You asked somebody to make a fake voice record, and the pregnancy was a complete lie too. You got help from your coworkers, stuffed padding into your clothes to make you look pregnant, and then took a photo, right? Your manager saw everything. I showed him the photo that you sent me. He mentioned he always thought you were a bit odd, but he never imagined you'd commit a crime. He also said he's going to fire you. What? Why? I didn't commit any crimes. You misused customers' personal information, threatened them, and slandered them. Furthermore, you fabricated evidence about George. I've filed a police report, and I'm sure the police will be on their way soon. You might not face criminal charges, but at the very least, you'll be forced to leave the bar. Abusing customers' personal information is the biggest taboo in the service industry. Why would you do such a terrible thing? I'm a victim hurt by George. I have a right to revenge, don't I? This time, I just made a mistake about the target. Please make your excuses to the police. No, don't report it, please. Just explain that it was a misunderstanding to the police. We have your photo, testimonies from people at the bar, and screenshots of our conversation. You can't just say it was a misunderstanding. You should have been more careful with handling personal information before thinking about revenge. Julia was arrested by the police and, during interrogation, it emerged that she had committed several other crimes in addition to our case. She had been stalking a married man resembling George among the bar customers and was also embezzling money from the cash register. Since the offenses came to light, she ended up in jail. The bar owner and Julia's parents offered us apologies, and the matter was resolved. Nevertheless, out of caution, we decided to relocate. We had been considering moving to a larger house for George's benefit, so it worked out well. George is lounging around today without a care in the world about our human drama. Watching him like that puts my mind at ease.
Janet, long time no see. How are you doing?
Susan, you finally contacted me. What are you doing? What are you thinking?
Janet, why are you so irritated?
Yesterday was Dad's funeral. You didn't even come to the wake. You are so disrespectful to him. I tried to call you over and over again. You didn't return my calls, and my messages went unread. What have you been doing?
What have I been doing? I've been making out with my boyfriend.
What? Don't be silly.
But it's the truth. You kept calling me, I got annoyed and turned off the phone.
Of course I did. What kind of daughter doesn't come to her father's funeral?
Because I'm not related to Dad by blood. You are just like me. You are not related to him. You don't have to be so angry about it.
Have you forgotten how much you owe him for raising you? He treated you like a real child even though you are not related to him. You've been arrested by the police many times, especially when you were a student. He went to pick you up every time and apologized to them, but you would tell him, "You're annoying, you're not related to me, so don't act like you're my father." And I would see the sad look on his face. It was really hard for me.
Because it was really annoying. I didn't want him to worry about me, but he would tell me not to go out at night too often. He also set a curfew, telling me to be home by midnight and not to waste money. He was so strict. I was thinking, give me a break.
No. I think that's rather generous for a high schooler. My father was strict about manners and etiquette, but thanks to that, I have decent manners. I am grateful to him.
There you go again, acting like a good girl. Give me a break. I didn't want to live with you guys. I left home as soon as I graduated from high school. That's why I don't have many memories with him.
You say things like that, but every time you ran out of money, you came back to my parents' house and you begged mom and dad for money. You never show up for holidays. You're so selfish.
Dad is dead. It's no use saying that now, don't you think?
Then why did you call me after all this time? You ignored my calls yesterday and the day before.
Yes, I contacted you because I needed you. You keep going off on tangents, I'm getting sidetracked.
What do you want?
I wanted to talk about Dad's inheritance.
What? Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. Dad was an executive at a very big company, right? When he retired about 5 years ago, I'm sure he got a substantial severance package. He must have had quite a bit of savings and stuff. Hey, how much money did he have?
None of your business.
I'm his daughter. You should tell me.
You said earlier that you are not his daughter because you're not related by blood. Don't you think that's too selfish?
Just tell me.
Dad made a lot of money in investments. He had 6 million.
6 million? Wow. If we split it between Mom, you and I, that means we'll each get 2 million. I'll be a millionaire all at once. Thank you, Dad. I love you so much.
You said earlier that he was annoying and that you didn't want to live with him. What's with the change? And you're not entitled to his inheritance.
You don't need to lie about that. I know you're pissed at me, but you shouldn't lie to me like that.
I'm not lying.
What should I spend 2 million on? I want to go on an overseas trip and I want to eat lots of delicious food. But there should be more to spend. What should I do? I'll talk it over with my boyfriend. Janet, I won't forgive you if you use my inheritance without my permission.
Huh? Why would I? You can only inherit...
Are you done? Because I want to talk to my boyfriend about this right away. I don't have time for you anymore. Bye-bye.
Hey, I'm not done talking to you.
Hey, Janet. It's the money you mentioned. I need it now, so I want you to wire it to me.
Susan, what money?
Oh no, don't play dumb. You know what I mean. Of course, it's Dad's inheritance. 2 million. You already got it, didn't you? I won't let you take it for yourself and not give it to me. I mean, I've already spent it, so I need it now. I need it by the end of the week.
Huh? Spent? Don't tell me you spent $2 million.
I did spend it.
Are you serious?
I mean, doesn't it sound petty to spend such a large sum of money cheaply? That's why I took the plunge and built a $2 million mansion. It's really thanks to Dad. If it wasn't for his inheritance, I would never be able to live in such a huge mansion. The house will be finished soon, and I need to get the money by the end of this week. So, can you transfer the money tomorrow?
Of course I can't do that.
Why? I told you I'm in a hurry. Can you do it the day after tomorrow?
I can never do it.
Janet, what are you talking about? Hurry up and give me the money.
What? What are you talking about? That's my line. We don't have inheritance rights, okay?
What? That can't be true. Hey, you're not going to tell me that you and Mom split it in half? That is absolutely unforgivable.
That's not what I mean. Neither you nor I have any inheritance rights.
Huh? What the hell does that mean?
We are family, but we are not related by blood, right? You understand that, don't you?
I do, but...
He was married to another woman before he married our mother, and that he had 2 children from his previous marriage.
I know that, but so what?
The 2 children with his ex-wife have inheritance rights, but his second wife's children do not have inheritance rights.
What? That's a lie, and I've never heard of such a thing before. Why didn't you tell me?
I tried to tell you the other day, but you interrupted me, and then you didn't answer my call. You always just say what you want to say. Once you get what you want, you just ignore us. That's why this is happening. Don't blame me for this, okay?
Because it never occurred to me that I wouldn't get his inheritance. I'm his daughter. That's terrible.
You know, you weren't nice to Dad. You didn't even attend the wake and funeral. How can you call yourself his daughter? Don't you feel ashamed?
Not at all. I know you wanted his inheritance.
Don't compare me with you. Dad wanted to share his fortune with me, but I declined.
See? You can still get inheritance even if you're not related by blood. You aren't making any sense.
It's not that. He said he'd write a will because he wanted to leave me a fortune too. I guess he knew he wouldn't live very long. But I didn't want his inheritance, and more importantly, I thought that by writing a will, he would pass away too soon.
Then it's your fault that I won't get his inheritance, because you said you didn't want it.
Don't get me wrong, I'm the only one he wanted to leave his fortune behind. Your name didn't even come up for a second.
That's absurd. Then I can't pay for the mansion. I was going to live in this mansion with my current boyfriend, and then he was going to propose to me. What are you going to do about this?
Who cares? You were crazy to buy a $2 million house without checking it properly. Yelling at me will get you nowhere. Either you give up the house or you and your boyfriend can work together to find the money.
Janet, it's $2 million. How are you going to get that kind of money?
Don't blame me.
Oh, right. I'm so smart.
What? You just came up with another stupid idea, didn't you?
I'm going to ask my mom to pay for it. Because Mom got his inheritance, right? Why didn't I realize that earlier?
$10,000 may be okay, but $2 million will never cut it. No, not even $10,000. Mom is furious with you.
What? Why?
Of course she is. She called you so many times, but you didn't come to the wake or the funeral. She said this is unforgivable after him taking good care of you. She's not even my daughter. She said she didn't even want to see you.
What? She said that?
Yes.
Then I'll go see Mom and talk to her. I'm her daughter after all. If she sees me, she'll want to help me.
Susan, do you know where she is?
Where? Isn't she at their house?
She sold it, so she moved out. She bought a new condo with Dad's inheritance.
You're kidding! I didn't hear anything about that.
Mom said I didn't have to tell you.
I can't believe it. Selling the house without telling your own daughter?
If you ask me, I can't believe you didn't show up at his wake and funeral. I felt sorry for you that you didn't know anything about it. I at least told you that she sold the house. But I'm not going to tell you where she is. I won't tell you where your mother is, no matter how many times you ask.
Huh? Why?
Because that's what she wants. She was really devastated when Dad passed away. It's hard for her to continue living in the house where she lived with him. She also doesn't want to be in touch with you because you were disrespectful to him. So she decided to take the plunge and start a new life on her own. I'm proud of her. I'm going to help her in any way I can.
Then help me too, Janet. We are related by blood.
Help? I can't afford to pay $2 million. You need to talk to your boyfriend first.
I can't do that.
What? What do you mean you can't? You are going to marry him, right? Then you have to work it out together, don't you?
But he is a college student.
Huh? A college student? Then he doesn't have much money, does he? Are you going to marry a college student? You've been working part-time jobs all your life. You don't earn that much money, do you? How are you going to make ends meet?
I met him at my part-time job. He is so good looking. I wanted to live every day looking at him.
You're already in your mid-30s. How are you going to live by picking a partner based on his looks? Think a little further ahead.
I am thinking about it. He says he loves me, and if we live in a $2 million mansion, I thought for sure he would marry me. Because I was planning to get the mansion, I thought he would get a job at a big company and support me.
I'm so stunned. What's with that idea? I wouldn't call that your thinking. Anyway, me and Mom can't help you with the mansion you're trying to buy. You're on your own. You have brought it on yourself. Bye.
Hey, Janet, are you giving up on me? Aren't you too cold? Hey, don't ignore me. Help, please. What are you going to do about this? It's your fault.
What? I'm tired.
Because of you, the house and our marriage are off.
Why is it my fault?
I asked you for help and you ignored me. That's why I couldn't pay the bills. I had to give up the mansion without ever living in it. I managed to get a buyer, but I couldn't sell it for $2 million. It only sold for $1.7 million, leaving me $300,000 in debt. How am I supposed to live from now on?
How am I supposed to know that? Even if I had tried to help you, I don't think it would have changed the outcome. There's no way I can get that much money.
I just couldn't help myself anymore. I told him the truth, as you told me to. He said, please don't put me in debt. He dumped me right away, saying he wasn't that serious about me.
That means he didn't love you, right? I mean, he's a college student, right? He's more than 10 years younger than you, right? He's at an age where he still wants to have fun, and he has his whole life ahead of him. Of course, he'd run away from a girlfriend who owes $300,000.
Janet, I was going to live in the mansion and I've already cancelled my lease. I have nowhere to go. You live alone and you don't have a boyfriend. I can stay at your place, right? You do indeed feel sorry for your sister who is in $300,000 debt, don't you?
I do feel sorry for you.
Then help me out.
Sorry, I'm getting married.
What?
I haven't seen you in a while, so we haven't had a chance to talk. I was dating him for about 3 years. He proposed to me and we're getting married.
What? You should introduce me to your fiancé. I'm your sister. You'll invite me to your wedding, right?
I won't invite you.
Huh? Why not?
Because I want my mom to come. She doesn't want to see you, so if I invite you, she'd be unhappy.
Oh no.
And I've also decided to cut you off.
Huh? You're kidding.
You don't care about your family. You didn't even attend your father's funeral. I can't forgive you either. If you don't consider your family a family, why don't you just live alone for the rest of your life?
I didn't mean it that way. From now on, I'll value my family. I'll value you too. So please, don't give up on me.
I know you're just saying that to help you out of debt. I know what you're thinking. That's not what I mean. Even if you didn't mean it, it's the only way I can see it. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I'm blocking you. Take care. Bye. Are you serious? I have no one to rely on but you. Please don't block me. Janet! She realized that my mother and I had given up on her. Now she started to beg money from our relatives. However, I had anticipated this, and I told all the relatives about what she wants ahead of time. So no one helped her. I heard through a rumor that she could not rely on anyone, moved to a shabby apartment, and worked multiple jobs every day, without a break, trying to pay off her debts. If she had done that from the beginning, I might have still talked to her. But it's too late now. In a few years, if she is still serious about her life, I'm thinking of seeing her someday. I am relieved that I was able to have my wedding without any problems. I was blessed by my mother, relatives, and my friends. I am really happy. I hope that he and I will always be a good couple, like my parents, who I love so much.
Dad, why did you leave us? I can't put up with this anymore.
Emily, what's the matter?
I hate you, Dad.
Hold on. You need to calm down, honey.
You totally ruined my life.
What? Emily, you have to explain what happened. I don't understand why you're upset.
Explain? You've done everything to ruin my life. Lately, I haven't even been going to school.
Wait, you're not going to school? You're studying for your entrance exams, right?
I won't be going to college anymore.
What? Why is that? You were talking about your dream college until just recently. Did you get tired of studying?
No, my mom wants me to work to make money.
What do you mean?
She says I can stop going to school now since I won't be going to college.
High school is compulsory, so your mom can't just make you stop going.
She says school is a waste of time and I should do chores instead.
No way.
It can't be helped. Mom's busy with her work too, and I won't be able to pay for college anyways.
That can't be true. My salary is enough to keep our entire family above the boat. I'm saving for your college tuition too.
But we aren't a family anymore, so you can't pay for us, right? My stepdad doesn't even work. It's awful.
Stepdad? What are you talking about?
Mom married him after she divorced you.
But I never divorced your mom.
What? Didn't you leave the house to get away from Mom?
No, I'm just here temporarily for work.
Don't lie to me. I heard from Mom that you abandoned us.
Why would I ever abandon you?
But you didn't tell me anything before you left. You never even messaged me once since then.
It's true that I had to leave while you were away in summer camp. It was so sudden, I didn't have the chance to say goodbye. So I tried calling you when you came back. But your mom told me not to.
What? Mom did?
Yeah, because you were being irritable and sensitive from academic pressures. She said she'll tell you about my going away for work.
So, you really didn't abandon us?
Of course not.
Oh my God, I'm so happy to hear that. Mom made me delete your number. I thought I'd never be able to talk to you again.
How did you contact me today?
I saw your number on Mom's phone when she was sleeping with it unlocked. Sometimes Mom comes home all drunk and sleeps in the living room without even taking off her makeup.
Drunk? She doesn't tolerate alcohol, does she?
It's like Mom changed into a whole new person after stepdad came to our house.
Who is that man? Does he come often?
I really don't know, but he's here all the time. All he does is sleep, though.
I see. What's up with your mom? Bringing in a man and we're not even divorced?
Our house is totally trashed right now. I'm so glad I was able to talk to you.
I'm so sorry I never noticed, honey.
It's not your fault. Mom set up all of this. Dad, I actually still want to go to college, even though it might be too late already.
It's not too late. You've always been a dedicated student, weren't you? You still have time till application, so you don't have to give up.
So, I can go to college?
Of course, I'll get you there no matter what.
Then, can I go live at your place? I think my mom will try to stop me if I studied here.
I wish you could, but I live a long flight away from home. How about my dad's place?
Grandpa's?
Yeah, I'll ask him to come pick you up. You can still go to school from his house, right?
I'd been thinking I shouldn't ask Grandpa for help either, since I was thinking you abandoned us.
Grandpa and Grandma would always welcome you, Emily. Are you by yourself now?
Yeah, Mom and that guy won't be back for another while.
Then gather your stuff and get ready to leave soon. I'll call Grandpa to come and pick you up. He'll be there in an hour.
Got it.
I'll take a day off to go see Mom in 2 days. I'll make sure to talk this out with her. You shouldn't be back till we're done sorting it out.
Thank you, Dad. I'm sorry I doubted you abandoned us.
I'm sorry you had to carry all of this by yourself, Emily. Get a good rest now, okay?
I will.
Jessica, I came back to our house today. What is with all the mess? Beer cans and ramen cups all over the place. It's like you live in a trash house.
Huh? Austin? Why didn't you tell me you were coming back?
I heard from Emily that her house was in a horrible state.
How did you contact Emily?
That's nothing to worry about right now. Where are you? We need to talk about this right now.
I can't. I'm busy. Besides, we'll make Emily uncomfortable if we talked in front of her.
That's no problem. I sent her away to stay with my parents.
Your parents?
My father picked her up 2 days ago. You didn't even realize she was gone?
Not really. I assumed she was at her friend's house or something.
Don't you even care about your own daughter?
I can't deal with her all the time. Besides, I'm busy with my job.
You keep saying that. Emily mentioned you were busy too. You've always been a stay-at-home mom. What are you doing anyways?
That's a secret.
What?
Well, you'll see sooner or later.
Well, what's up with making Emily give up college to work? She'd always been dreaming about learning in college. And why did you make her stop going to high school?
College is such a waste of money. It's not like you'll get to earn more if you have a diploma nowadays. And I won't have to work as hard if she made money, you know?
What a horrible thing to say. Don't exploit your kid like that.
I took care of her all her life. Now, she has to take care of me.
Take care? She's still a kid. Parents have to take care of their kids until they're adults, right?
That's easy to say. We have to have her work to pay for our bills.
Who's this we you're talking about? Your new husband?
You knew about him? Well, you're right.
You know you are committing infidelity, right? Our house is filled with this man's stuff too.
Don't touch our stuff. There's none of yours left anyways.
You're right. Nothing's left in my room.
Haha! Did it surprise you? Oh darn, I should have left a camera in there. I could have recorded you panicking left and right.
Stop talking nonsense. I brought important things with me, but that doesn't mean I didn't need the things I left at home.
It's not like you'd be in trouble for losing them, would you? They're all boring garbage anyways.
What?
I'm just saying the truth. Boring men have boring collections. I had the thrift shop buy your stuff, but they weren't worth all that much.
You sold my things without my permission?
Well, even the money is all gone in the casino now.
You're the worst. Not only did you sell all my belongings and use the money pointlessly, you were going to make your daughter work so you and your lover can live off of her.
Geez, you're up in arms.
I understand now. You can't be trusted with money. I'll take the card of our joint bank account.
Go ahead. It's all empty anyways.
Oh no. You used up our savings too?
He never wins at the casinos. We had to take liberty with the money, you know.
You leave me no choice but to divorce you. I was already prepared for this when I found out about your cheating. But there's no way I'm dealing with your madness.
We aren't getting divorced.
What?
You're not going to make me pay for child support.
You don't want a divorce because you can't pay for it?
Exactly. But if you wait 5 years, I'll let you divorce me.
Why 5 years?
Don't you know? After 5 years of living separately, you're granted a no-fault divorce. Then, I won't have to pay for anything.
I've never heard of that before.
My darling told me.
I see what you're trying to say. I'll research that for myself, but I'm not waiting 5 years.
I'm not agreeing to it, so you'll have to.
I'll bring this to the court if I have to.
You'll waste your money. You don't even know who I'm cheating with. Besides, you're stuck at your workplace for at least another 5 years, right? Don't ever come back. Just don't forget to pay for my bills. We're still technically married, you know. Bye-bye.
Jessica, wait a minute.
What? I don't have anything else to tell you.
My friend sent me a link telling me to check it out ASAP.
A link?
What is this? Is that you, Jessica? Have you been sharing videos online?
Oh, you found out already.
Where did you learn to do this?
It's so cool, isn't it? It's my new job.
Your job?
Yeah. My darling taught me how to make money off of videos. Your friend's such a detective, isn't he?
He's my old-time friend from college, and he was at our wedding too. He found the video by coincidence and noticed she looked just like you.
I see. I hope he becomes my fan too.
Stop kidding me. All you're telling on the video are lies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean, my husband cheated on me and never comes back home? You're the one that's cheating.
It's true that you never come back home, though.
My husband won't pay for any of our expenses, and my daughter can't go to college. She offered to drop out and start working. All of these are complete lies. Emily said she still wants to go to college.
Don't be serious about it. It's just a video.
What if it goes viral? Delete them now.
Oh, it's getting more and more views. So maybe it's viral already? People love other people's misfortune, don't they?
I'll say this again. Delete the video immediately.
No way. I'm making money from them. I'll be famous by the time we get divorced in 5 years, and I'll be living my dream life.
Don't be ridiculous. You've disclosed my workplace too. I got a message from my boss just now. We're getting calls at the office, inquiring about this video.
Wow, I'm becoming so famous. I wonder how much more subscribers I'll get.
Why are you doing this to me? My boss is furious. He says if this hurts the company's reputation, I'll be fired. I might get sued too.
Oh no, what a tragedy.
Don't sit there watching. Delete the video already.
Well, I don't want you jobless either, since you have to pay for my rent. I'll delete it if you paid me compensation.
What? You're the one paying for child support since you've been cheating on me and neglecting Emily. Why would I have to pay you for anything?
No, that's not what I'm saying. You have to apologize for making me live a boring life. And you have to pay for it to prove you mean it.
What?
I'll say I got paid for your infidelity in the videos, though.
Stop with the nonsense. I'll have to speak with the company now. If you made any more false allegations online, I'm going to sue you.
Do what you want. I never mentioned your name, so I can't be found guilty. Don't get fired, though. You need to put food on my table. Austin, do you know where my darling is? He doesn't come home anymore. He doesn't even call me back.
Who are you talking about? That annoying streamer?
Don't call him that. Why do you know about him, though?
My colleague told me.
What?
I'd been getting cold looks at work ever since your video went online. But a few days ago, my colleague showed me this one content creator. It's stupid contents, like drawing on unpaid products at the store or pretending to be drunk while driving.
And? So what? That has nothing to do with me.
Your lover is posting videos, isn't he?
Huh? What makes you say?
You were in one of his videos.
What?
Your face was censored and your voice was edited, but I saw your ring.
My ring? Someone else could have the same one.
You asked me to buy that a few years ago, didn't you? It was custom made, so no one else could have that.
Is that so? I forgot. It was such a long time ago.
How much do you think that ring cost?
Well, I guess there's no point in hiding if you found out. You're right. He makes money off of videos like me. He's so much more popular than me, though. I'm not even half as popular as him yet.
Popular? I did some research on him, and he doesn't seem to be famous. If he's popular, children might know about him too. But Emily has never even heard of him.
Shut up. You just didn't know because you're boring. He is famous with the cool people, you know.
What's so good about going viral in those stupid videos?
You can't tell? I guess boring people can't understand.
I don't even want to understand. Being cheated on with a lame streamer like that, how embarrassing.
You're the embarrassing one. You don't have any evidence of cheating. Don't do this just to annoy me.
I have evidence. You told me already.
What?
You're famous among certain people, aren't you? Didn't you think there would be witnesses online?
Don't tell me.
It only takes a single search to get to it. Pictures of you out on a date with that man.
They took pictures? Now that you told me, I'd been noticing a lot more haters on my videos recently.
I contacted him on social media, and he agreed to talk with me at a cafe.
I knew it. You're the reason he won't show up anymore.
You were saying he told you about the family laws? That you get to divorce without any financial responsibilities after 5 years of separate living, right?
Yeah, I'll have nothing to pay for.
I asked my lawyer about this. He told me that's not really how it works, especially not if I was just away for work.
You mean he lied to me?
Maybe he was just ignorant. I can prove I'd been paying for your expenses, so it's hard to get the court to agree anything is my fault either. Of course, you'll have to pay for your mistakes.
No way.
When I told him all about this, he tried to start a fight then and there. The waiters had to call the cops. Then, he hit the cop as he arrived. It was a chaos.
Why didn't you stop him? He might get arrested for that.
I'm impressed you knew it's illegal to hit a cop.
So, he's at the police station now?
He's probably there getting interrogated.
Oh no!
I'm guessing he's going to be late, since he has other charges from the videos he posted online.
What do you mean? Those are just pranks. They can't accuse him of anything.
Defacing products at the store can be charged, you know? If the store filed charges, he's done for.
No! Stop telling me these things!
You really cheated with the worst scum of all people. Can you imagine how much Emily had to suffer for him?
You ruined all my plans. If only you hadn't contacted her. I'd have pretended to send her off to college, made her work, and got you to pay for her tuition too.
That's impossible. You thought Emily would never reach out?
Okay, I got it. You're fired anyways, right? Just divorce me already. There's no point in staying with a jobless man.
I won't be fired.
Huh?
I explained everything to my boss, and he understood. All my coworkers understand too. No one doubts me anymore.
You're kidding me. Are you telling me I'm the only one left with nothing?
I have evidences of your infidelity, and I'll sue you for your false allegations. Be prepared for lots of trials, Jessica. My company will sue you for defamation too.
Don't do this to me!
The cops will come to you for recording those prank videos too. A lot of them are illegal activities.
Why would they come for me? He was the one posting the videos. I have nothing to do with them.
You're an accomplice for just being there.
Are you serious? What do I do? Austin, I'm sorry for cheating on you. Help me. I don't want to get arrested.
You have to apologize to Emily too. Not that that changes anything though.
No, please.
You can reflect on your mistakes behind the bars, Jessica. Goodbye.
Austin, wait!
Later, Jessica uploaded an apology video explaining that what she said in the videos weren't true. She had expected to be forgiven for the apology. But the video made the viewers furious, flooding her video with hate comments. Apparently, she stopped posting videos altogether. I kept getting messages from her pleading not to divorce her. But obviously, I can't forgive her for what she did. I asked the lawyer to not only file a divorce, but to sue her for her wrongdoings. And we ended up settling for $50,000 compensation for defamation, $20,000 more for selling off my personal property. And since I have Emily's custody now, $200,000 in total for child support. And since my company sued her for $30,000 in compensation for reputation damage, Jessica is left with a tremendous amount of debt. She and her lover are both in prison now. But even if they are released, they'll be forever impoverished for all the debt. Emily, meanwhile, studied hard and is attending her dream college now. I'm back at my old workplace, and now I live happily with my daughter back home.
Banker, I have a favor to ask you. Will you do it?
Sis, what's going on all of a sudden? What is this favor you want?
You know, give me your husband.
Huh? What are you saying all of a sudden? You're kidding, right?
I'm not joking, I'm serious.
Sis, what's wrong with you?
I didn't tell you until now. When I saw your husband, Bob, for the first time at your wedding, he was my type. But he is your husband, and I gave up on him then. I decided to keep my feelings inside my heart. I'm a healthy person, aren't I?
Huh? What are you saying?
But the other day, I met him at my parents' house after a long time. I knew he was the one for me. I couldn't hold back my feelings any longer. Since then, I've been thinking about him every waking moment. So, give me Bob.
What have you been saying since a while ago? That's enough. Of course I don't want to.
What? You're kidding. I was brave enough to confide in you like this. You don't want to give him to me?
Of course not. He's not an object. There's no way I'd give him to you so easily.
Ah, that's what you meant. Then why didn't you just say so from the beginning?
Huh?
You want money, right? Then I'll pay you what you want.
What makes you think that? I never said I wanted money.
You don't have to be so stubborn. How much do you want? Don't hesitate to tell me. I'll pay you right away.
Even if you loaded me with 1 million, I'm not going to give up my husband to you. He says he doesn't have the slightest intention of leaving me.
Can you please not decide that on your own? You didn't even check with him directly.
I'm telling you because I did. I'm standing next to him right now, and I'm telling you exactly what he said to me.
That's definitely not true, right? I don't believe you. When we saw each other at my parents' house the other day, we looked at each other.
That's absolutely not true. That's what he is saying sitting next to me.
Janet, come on. The moment we looked at each other, time stopped and we swore our love to each other.
He says that never happened. Cut it out. We are both annoyed.
I don't doubt that you didn't want to let go of Bob, but it's not good to lie. Anyway, it's a lie that he is beside you, isn't it?
Huh? It's not a lie.
I'm very perceptive when it comes to love. That's why I know that he loves me. And I also know that you are lying.
It's true that he's next to me. Can I go now? He's going on an overseas business trip tomorrow.
Is that so?
I'll get him ready now and let him rest as soon as possible. I won't reply to any more of your messages.
Wait a minute. I'm not done talking yet. Well, okay. Now's the time you can be so stubborn. Absolutely, Bob and I have pledged our love to each other. You should be prepared to live as a single mother while you still can.
Janet, I just came back from an overseas business trip and I'm at the office right now. Hey, I know you must be tired, so please come home early today. Oh, thank you. I contacted you about your sister. Huh? What about my sister? I heard there was a woman sniffing around the company about me while I was on a business trip. She apparently said there's a man named Bob who is currently on an overseas business trip at this company, right? She asked if I was fooling around with women during my business trip, or if there was any girl I was dating at the company. She waited in front of the entrance and asked around to the employees who came out of the building. Don't tell me that was my sister. Oh, apparently a co-worker took some photos of her and showed me. It was your sister. She is serious after all. But I thought your sister and your brother-in-law were getting along just fine. Don't tell me that she is suddenly divorcing him. I don't think so. A while ago, another colleague of mine said he saw your sister near the office. My co-worker, who understands I'm in trouble. She said she'd give me a ride today. I have a lot of stuff and I don't want to run into your sister. I really appreciate the offer. Yes, you should thank your co-worker. Be careful not to run into my sister though. Yeah, thanks.
Hey, I went to a lot of trouble to get this money for you. Why don't you take it? Are you saying that $12,000 isn't enough? If that's the case, just say so. It can't be helped. I'll get you $15,000 next time. Just make sure you get it, along with the divorce papers too. Whether you accept it or not, it's already decided that you're going to be dumped by him. I think it's better for your own safety if you accept it. Maybe you're as surprised by the large sum of money. Hey, are you listening to me? Say something. Well, okay, I'll bring it to you soon, so be prepared.
Bob, she's really bad. What's going on? I just went out for lunch with my co-workers. My sister was waiting for us. She suddenly pushed money at me. Of course, I pushed it back, but she also had the divorce papers in her hand. She had $12,000 in cash. What? That's a lot of money. So she did what she declared on WhatsApp before?
I didn't know your sister was that kind of a person. She's so different from my impression of her.
Well, she did sometimes do bold things, but she was a sensible person. But when she started talking about you as the man of her dreams, she suddenly became very strange.
Maybe you should have a talk with your brother-in-law?
I'd like to, but he's currently working outside of the state.
Huh? Really?
I heard it was suddenly decided. That's why she is waiting in front of your office. She's doing whatever she wants. It seems she has a friend watching her kids.
I see.
The only other people who I can think of that might be able to stop her could be my parents. My dad was sick in the hospital until recently, right? So I don't want to worry him unnecessarily.
I'm with you on that. I want your father to get better as soon as possible, so I don't think we should talk about this. I think we should handle it on our own.
You're right. Oh God, we're about to celebrate 10 years of marriage. I didn't think my sister would interrupt us.
That's true.
We were talking about where to go for our anniversary, and all kinds of fun things, but I never thought this would happen.
Oh, I just got a call from the jewelry store. The ring we ordered is ready.
Really? I'm so excited.
I'll pick it up on my way home from work today.
You sure? Thank you.
Will this make you feel a little bit better?
Yes, it does. I'm so happy. I don't care about my sister anymore.
I'm glad to hear that. Look forward to it.
Thank you. I'll be waiting. I have something to tell you. What is it this time? I'm busy. Don't keep calling me over and over again about stupid things. You're so bossy. You can't keep talking to me like that. Well, I'll condone it today. Because I did something bad to you and I'm really sorry. Stop beating around the bush. If you have something to say it clearly. Actually, Bob just gave me an engagement ring. We're getting married tomorrow. I'm really sorry for taking your husband away from you. Huh? Unbelievable? That's right. You don't even want to believe it, right? But I'm sorry, it's true. It looks like the $12,000 I brought to you the other day wasn't enough. I'll bring you the $15,000 and the divorce papers again, so this time, please accept it. What are you talking about? Huh? Are you being modest? It's the least I can do. We're sisters, you should just take it. Well, I'm on my way there now. Wait a minute. You said you got an engagement ring from him, right? Then why didn't you tell me the details? I don't mind, but I think you'll just be shocked. I don't believe anything you say. That's impossible. But if you insist that you got an engagement ring and you're getting married to him, I'll at least listen to you. You're so bossy. You can't face reality, can you? I can talk about it, but it's going to hurt you even more than it already has, okay? And you're okay with that? Just go ahead and explain it to me. Don't be so impatient. It's so obvious that you're on edge. If you want to hear it so badly, I'll tell you how much Bob and I love each other. I don't care if you regret it. Okay, enough with the preamble. He stopped by a jewelry store in the station building on his way home from work. This can't be true. I was watching him picking up the item. It was just as I thought. He was buying an engagement ring for me. I was so happy that I couldn't wait for him to give it to me. So as soon as he paid the bill, I received it. Now you know it's true that I got the engagement ring. I see your point. Well, I'm glad you understand. Now that you understand, you get the hell out of my way. When are you getting a divorce? Hurry up. Bob and I are in love with each other, but you are in the way. Your delusion is out of control. Huh? Delusion? I'm going to put you through to him. Huh? Is he proposing to me?
This is Bob.
Bob, thanks for the engagement ring earlier. Please give me back the ring as soon as possible. It's not yours. You don't have to be embarrassed anymore, handsome.
When did I say I'd give you the ring? Besides, I never said I love you, did I?
You don't have to say it in words, because we pledged our love to each other the moment we laid eyes on each other. And on top of that, that ring, right? Your feelings have already been conveyed to me. But if you want to propose to me, I'm all for it. If that's the case, I'd like to hear it at a stylish place. Maybe a bar with a night view in a luxury hotel would be nice. Oh, that's right. I thought it's my turn to reciprocate your feelings. I've prepared a wedding.
What?
Tomorrow is our wedding day, handsome.
What are you talking about?
As you can imagine, it was impossible to book the wedding venue, but we've rented out a restaurant in a house. A really lovely place. So you can get divorced today, right?
That's enough. The only person I love is Janet. Please return my wife's ring.
Huh? That's what you mean. You mean you want to give it to me officially at the proposal, right? I mean, I can't believe I'm going to be your wife.
That ring belongs to my wife, Janet.
Huh?
Janet and I have been married for almost 10 years now. When we got married, I made a promise to her. On our 10th wedding anniversary, we would buy a new ring. That ring is a gift to my wife, Janet, as a token of my gratitude for all she has done for me.
What are you talking about? You gave me the ring.
I didn't give it to you. Just as I was about to get the paper bag containing the ring from the clerk after paying the bill, you took it from me and ran away. Please give it back.
This can't be true. You were threatened by Janet to say so, weren't you?
No, that's enough. If you don't give it back to me, I'll call the police. Are you okay with that?
Huh? The police?
I really don't want to do that though, since you're her sister.
Oh no, then you're really saying it's not my ring?
That's why I've told you so many times. If you don't want me to call the police, then give it back.
But it's engraved on the ring. I noticed it. B and J, these are our initials engraved on it, right? That means B for Bob and J for Jenny, right?
It's J for Janet.
Huh?
It's Janet, so it's J, right?
What?
You have a husband, don't you? Please don't say things I don't understand, like me and the wedding. And no matter what you say, the only person I love is Janet.
Oh no, I thought we were in love. I can't believe I was wrong.
Now you finally understand. Then please give me back the ring.
No, I won't.
What?
I've decided to throw this ring in the river.
Wait a minute. What a thing to do with the ring I bought for Janet. Please return it right now.
I want to throw it in the river and let my feelings for you wash away. You understand a woman's feelings, don't you?
I don't think so. Please give it back.
I don't need you to understand. I've already made up my mind. I'm glad I live by the river.
Hey, please don't do that.
Bob, goodbye.
You're kidding.
Janet, what the hell does this mean? A bill for a ring. Why do I have to pay for it? And it's $5,800. There's no way I can pay that much money.
No. You have to pay for it. You threw the ring in the river. Of course you do. I can't let this go just because you're my sister. Bob filed a police report against you for stealing the ring.
Huh? The police? A damage report? Wait a minute, that's a lie, right?
You wouldn't lie about something like that. You can't get away with it. It's perfectly caught on the jewelry store's security camera. Just as he was about to get the paper bag from the clerk, you intervened, took the bag, and ran away.
Oh no.
Besides, the clerk is also watching you stealing.
I didn't mean to steal anything.
Even so, he asked you to give it back many times. I have proof on WhatsApp, so there's no way you can get away with it. If you had returned it then, we wouldn't have made a big deal out of it. But I never thought you'd throw it in the river.
Oh, I was just kidding about throwing it in the river. I was so shocked that he dumped me, that's why.
So, can you come and return the ring now?
Well, that's...
Someone saw you throwing the ring out of the window into the river. So there's no excuse. I just wanted to let bygones be bygones with my feelings for him. That's all. No. You took someone else's belonging and threw it into the river, and you say that's all you did? What are you talking about? We told your husband about what happened. You're kidding. We even reported the damage. Of course we did. You don't have to go that far, no matter how much you want to. You caused us to go that far, didn't you? I've just had my heart broken, and you're going after me like that? Isn't that too harsh on your sister? You're the one being cruel. I can't believe you would seriously try to steal your sister's husband. What you did is stealing. I don't know what to say to you anymore. I've decided to ask a lawyer to take care of the rest. You must be kidding. We are sisters. Can I go now? I'm busy. You and your husband can talk about the rest. Bye. Wait, I have a favor to ask you. What? Can you lend me some money? Huh? The restaurant I reserved for the wedding with Bob? Since it was a last-minute cancellation, it's going to cost me $2,500, the full amount. Sis, you have money, right? You were going to pay me $1,500, right? I took it from my husband's account behind his back. But he already found out. Whatever, take care of it yourself. Bye. Wait, don't abandon me. Later, my brother-in-law brought the money to reimburse me for the ring and apologized on behalf of my sister. For the sake of their children and because he didn't want to give their mother a criminal record, he begged me to withdraw the damage report. He said that he would of course charge my sister for the ring at a later date, and my brother-in-law is divorcing my sister. I think my sister has been punished enough, so we withdrew the report. Since she is the cause of the divorce and she has no money to support the children, the custody is with my brother-in-law. Naturally, the $2,500 for the cancellation fee for the restaurant that she made reservations at based on her assumption, she is obliged to pay for it. Although my sister has 2 jobs, she is now living in extreme poverty, having to use most of her salary to repay the debt. As for the rings, we ordered a new pair of rings with the money we received from their reimbursements. I hope we can continue to live together as a family, caring for each other.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.